More transmissions from Antares, communication via light language. July 6, 2014. When I received these messages, I was too afraid of judgment from others to release them. That fact that I can calmly release them now shows how much the world, and myself, has changed in just 19 years. It is easy for us to look around and see how the world is the same, but how often do we look around to see how much our world has changed? As I read these messages now, I can understand that they came from the unity of the now of the fifth dimension and beyond. Hence, these messages came through me, not to me, in the manner of all higher dimensional communications. The higher dimensional beings perceive us as one people on one planet. Hence, what they say to one of us, they say to all of us. It was around this time, 1994 and 1995, that the Arcturians began telling me to start a website. The mid-1990s was the beginning of a wave of transcendence, as the Antarians call it. Many are not aware of the fact that there was also a wave of intergalactic messages in the 1950s, 1960s, and early 70s. With those waves thoroughly hidden, we had to wait until the mid-1990s and the advent of the Internet. Then, the galactics could resume their conversations with their grounded expressions of self. All comments by the author are in italics. June 7, 1995. Dear Commander Maltese, I am now open to communication with you. Commander Maltese here. We are glad that you are able to communicate with us. There is much we can do for each other. Yes, you can be of service to us as well. You are currently wearing a third-dimensional form, which allows you to interact with lower vibrations that we can only observe. This interaction is quite necessary if the transcendence into unity is to progress in a harmonious fashion. There are many ways in which this transcendence can be personally experienced, but it will occur. The process of transcendence can be difficult or flowing. Of course, there are those who have great resistance to change because they are ruled by fear. This fear, which is often hidden from others and from their self, creates great struggle in their daily lives. Those who can receive and act on our message can assist some of these people. Once their fear can be released, these resistant ones can be brought into harmony with their divine purpose. Then their process of transcendence will be greatly facilitated. We also see that there are a great many people who are consciously aware of the process of great change in which your planet is engaged. We call on all of you to educate these people. Continue now. All is as it should be. Commander Maltese. Higher dimensional messages often come to us via light language in which we are given images rather than only words. Also, the words are often imagistic in nature, as that is how we think on higher frequencies of reality. In the next message, Commander Maltese communicates with me, us, via verbal imagery, which is common for light language communications. June 11, 1995. Dear Commander Maltese, I am now open to communication with you. Commander Maltese here. We are happy to communicate with you in the now. You are about to begin a great adventure. You will need to release all thoughts of limitation, for your actions will far surpass all of your past expectations. Therefore, it is important that you review, forgive, and release your previous alternate realities on planet Earth. In this manner, you can better focus on the now of your divine purpose. There are those of Earth that will lead you and you will lead others. This is how the transcendence will occur. Humanity will string together into one unit of love and acceptance to create a unity never before remembered in your time frame. To best explain this concept, we wish to translate our light language into a visual image, which you can also use as a meditation. Feel yourself, you now, as a lovely pearl on this string. Feel the others above you and those below you. Feel the terms above and below to be free of all judgment. Realize that these words are merely terms to label frequencies of vibration. It will take as much courage to go last, as it will to go first. Each of you on the planet will awaken at the moment that is perfect for you. To best understand what we are saying, See before you a lovely field of flowers. See how each flower opens at the appropriate moment. There are early bloomers, and there are late bloomers. There is also a moment when the majority of flowers are in bloom. However, there is no fear or judgment for the buds that do not choose to open. Their destiny is a secret for only them to know. In order to live in love, you will need to release all judgment of others' process. Those who serve the dark are as important at this moment as those who serve the light. The band of duality will now be stretched to its farthest limits, to create a net that embraces all of life. Feel the edges of the band being stretched as far as possible. Now find the middle of that band. Place your consciousness in the middle of that band and allow your perceptions to expand to embrace both extremes. Allow your consciousness to expand to the right to feel your light. Remember and embrace every memory of your physical incarnations, every memory of your inner relationships, and every dream and creation of the light. Feel them now and own them as your own. Place your perception again upon the center of the band. That center is just before your third eye. And now, brave warrior, expand your awareness to the left side of the band and to the edges of darkness. Remember and embrace every dark and painful memory and experiences of your physical lives. Embrace the fear, pain, sadness, anger, and evil, and own it as your own. Move to the extreme end of this left-hand path, while you also embrace the extreme end of the right-hand path. Feel the necessity of your journeys into the darkness, and remember the lessons that they have revealed to you. Forgive yourself and all those that are still in the process of exploring their darkness. Now, placing yourself in the center of the spectrum again, extend your awareness and acceptance into the darkest dark and into the lightest light. Feel how the acceptance and awareness of all that is allows buoyancy to the center of the spectrum. Allow that buoyancy to rise at the center, and slowly you will feel that line of duality has become a pyramid. You are the capstone of that pyramid, as well as the foundation that is attached to the surface of the Mother Gaia. Find the center of that foundation which is directly below the capstone. From this point, extend the spectrum to create a downward-pointing pyramid, with its capstone embedded in the heart of the earth. Perceive this image as a mighty crossbow, and you are the arrow. The point of the arrow is your essence, and the earth is holding the feathers. Visualize now many crossbows aligned with the planetary surface, with a mighty crossbow anchored at each grid point. See also that each and every one of you has your own private crossbow. Each and every one of you has volunteered to connect with the Mother to make the long journey to the tip of the arrow. Since the earth is a globe, all of these spectrums fit together into double pyramids. These pyramids have become mighty crossbows, armed and ready for flight. These two pyramids, joined at their base on Gaia's surface, are now connected into one huge star. This star has many points awaiting the moment when all the arrows transcend. Visualize all of the arrows within their double pyramids anchored deep into Earth's core, as well as rising high above her surface. Hear the song of the whales resonating from the water, as they lead the chant for unity. Hear the birds of the air, as they become the chorus. Hear the animals of the earth, as they lift their voices to be heard. Hear the celestial choir of the ethers, as it joins with the song of spirit. Soon the moment of the now will signal for the arrows to be sprung. The light and the dark form the foundations of the pyramids. These foundations rest gently on the surface of the Mother. The arrows have their feathers deeply embedded in the core of the Mother where they meet as one. The arrows are awaiting their flight. As they are shot into the unknown, the known reality of planet Earth, and her inhabitants, will transmute into the Earth star that Gaia has always been. See now the great explosion of light and dark as they become one. Paint this picture onto your third eye, and store it in your high heart. And now, mighty warriors, brace yourselves for the journey into that which can only be remembered. Channeled by Suzanne Lee. SuzanneLeePhD.blogspot.com